Okay. I
What
started
if I
the
did green?
recording once again.
Okay, I'm changing. There
Uh,
we
and
go.
I'm going to talk to you right here and not you right up there. Um, so, hello there, and welcome to the Teacher's Lounge of the Eccentric Academy. That is right. This podcast has a name now, and that name is the Teacher's Lounge, which you may not know if you watched the last episode, except you do know because you clicked on a video that was called Teacher's Lounge Episode 1. But
Yeah.
we tried to figure out a name during the last episode, and then we ended up doing it after the last episode, and then we
Mm-hmm.
posted it with that name that we figured out after the episode ended. So, um, yeah. Do you want to tell them what happened, Eric?
What happened?
What happened with our last attempt of making this?
Oh yeah. We started the podcast like 20 minutes before this, and Cademan's audio wasn't recording, so we had to redo it.
Yeah, so we had to redo it. Um,
So
but
everything you're hearing is just what we said in the last thing, except not really.
except not really. It's completely different. You will never know that previous conversation that we talked about. Um, but with
Yep.
that, uh, there's you know this because I said it, um, just a few minutes ago. But um, there, I thought that I would finish drawing the Inktober's that I started in October but never finished due to making my Halloween animation, Jefferson Strange Pumpkin Invasion. You can check it out. Um, and
It's really good.
maybe we'll talk about it a little bit. I don't think we necessarily need to re-say everything that we said last time when we
Yeah.
talked about the secret Abraham Lincoln cameo. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they don't
these
need to know
guys
about
don't need to know about it. Yeah, I decided
that.
in between the two recordings, like these guys, they don't need to understand the Abraham Lincoln stuff in the background at all,
Yeah.
right? Like they don't need to
Yeah.
know about those Easter eggs. Um.
No.
Anyway,
If only your
so
audio was working, then they could know.
if only, yeah, yeah. So
That's too bad for them.
it's too bad. Yeah. Okay.
Anyways,
So yeah. Um. I figured, I'm frozen. You can still hear me, right?
I can still hear you, but yeah, you're
Okay.
like frozen and
Yeah, we won't
pixelated.
worry about it. I have been a little afraid of issues because like the internet is a little more laggy today than
Oh, okay.
previous days, but
Yeah.
uh, nonetheless, so it is actually really cool. I've never used OBS to record on my TV screen before. Um, So there's some kind of fun about doing it like that, where I can actually have OBS up down here and be recording something up there. I don't know.
Huh. Yeah.
Okay. Um. So yeah,
Okay.
anything in particular you do want to say about Pumpkin Invasion?
I really enjoyed it. I think honestly, I think it might be my favorite thing that you've done. Maybe.
Ever?
I don't know. I
Like,
mean, like in your animations. I don't
I
know
thought
about like
just like
ever.
your
Like
favorite thing I've ever done.
yeah. I don't know about that. Uh, um. Yeah. I don't know.
There we go.
I'd have to.
I'm back.
It's up there though with Men with Umbrellas episode 4 probably.
Mm, yeah, I
So
think
I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I think it was really high quality. in like
Yeah.
comparison to those.
Yeah, I wanted it's funny because I did have a short time working on it, but I really
Yeah,
do think it's the prettiest animation I've made yet. Um
that's what I was thinking too. Like it
and
definitely like
like
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I
It
really
looks really
wanted
cool.
it to look good and still by no means like a professional thing, but I
Yeah,
think it does look pretty good in comparison to some of the other animated projects I've done. So,
yeah.
um, there we are. Okay, yeah. So, um, yeah, I guess check that out. I think it's sort of it. I agree with you. I think it is the best animation I've made so far. Um, and also it kind of gets me excited because like every animation I've made, the next one has been a little bit better. Um,
Yeah.
so like I'm excited knowing that probably the next thing I make after this animation is going to look even better. Um, and that's kind of cool. So, um, the other thing that I thought we could do that would be really fun is
Hmm.
like if you like want to go online and just find like a list of like questions to try and get to know each other or like um
Oh
something
yeah,
like
because
that.
we don't know each other that well.
Right, we don't. We've actually never seen each
Yeah.
other before.
Yeah. No, this is the first time I've ever been on anything like this or talked to this person. What
Me.
was your name again?
Yeah. Well, my name is Cademan David, or as really bad podcasters might call me, Mr. Cow. So that's who
Really
I
bad
am.
podcasters call you that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Eric Miller. I or as very great podcasters would call me, Professor
Oh,
Squiggles.
yeah. That's what Joe Rogan calls you.
Yeah, because Joe Rogan totally knows who I am.
Yeah. That's what he calls you on the phone. He says Professor Squiggles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So I
He
think
hasn't called me in a while.
Sweep. Sweep was the last Inktober I did. Um,
Okay. I'm
so,
behind on Inktober's as well. I don't remember when I stopped.
yeah.
I
Well,
had
now it's
like
like,
a trip I had to go on, so I didn't finish any of them.
yeah.
Or I didn't finish. I mean, I didn't finish all of them. That's what I'm trying to say.
I will say, with me changing it to uh, us being on the TV, it makes a much bigger
Hmm.
difference between me looking at the camera and looking at the TV. Um, but we'll go with it. It's fine. Like, this is the most
It works for now.
attractive part of my face anyway. So, this will get us way more views anyway.
There we go.
Um, yeah. So,
um,
have you seen the uh did you see the thumbnail I ended up doing for episode 1?
oh yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with it.
I felt like it made me look like I was like a king or something because I was sitting on a very throne-like chair.
Yeah. Yeah. And
It
like
it was
the
great, and like the colors too.
mm,
I thought it was really cool.
yeah. And like the idea is like the illusion we're creating that's actually true, but we're calling it an illusion to throw you off,
Hmm.
is that we're actually like teachers in a pretentious like sort of academy. Um, so
Yeah,
that's sort of the vibe with like um, with a lot of the sort of aesthetic, right? And the thumbnails, the
Yeah.
thumbnail for that particular video was also, part of that sort of vibe. Um, yeah, but originally I had the idea where it would be like, sort of like further out and like show the entirety of us, like seen across from each other, and then like having a
Oh,
fireplace in
yeah.
the background. Um, and like I think that's really cool. I might commission someone to do artwork of that. And then like I could have
Mm.
my brain guy. I could have him like on my lap and I'm like guiding him. And stuff
Okay.
like that. Yeah. But yeah, it's like just sort of the teachers hanging out in like uh
Yeah.
their lounge.
Yep. This is the teacher's lounge. I'm really happy with that title that we came up with.
I am
Like
too.
that's way better than any of the ones that that weird AI thing generated
Right.
for us.
Oh, I just
Especially the gray wire.
man, I just
Wherever that came
remembered
from.
I was gonna make that joke where I was gonna introduce this as the Gray Wire podcast. Um, but I didn't, and I
You'll
forgot
have to
about it.
wait
So
till next time.
yeah, maybe
But
next time.
everyone who watches this will already know.
Right, they'll know what's coming. So, um,
Yeah, that's okay.
do you got a list up yet?
Uh, well, I looked it up, and the first thing I got on Google was this AI overview, um, and it has a few questions. So I don't know. Do you just want to go with that, or were you thinking of like finding a actual like website to
Well,
find stuff from?
I just so I know for a fact that like these sorts of
Hmm.
lists exist where it's like,
Yeah,
just
there's
like
quite a few
questions.
websites under here that
Yeah.
have like icebreaker questions and stuff.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, whatever you want to do.
I don't know.
I'll leave that
Okay,
in the capable hands of Professor Squiggles.
I'm so capable. Um, well, this one says it's from teambuilding.com. So if we're a team, maybe that would help. But it says get
Oh.
to know you questions, the number one list for fun.
Ooh.
So
We
I don't
do
know.
love
That one
we
looks
do like
fun.
fun. We do
Yes.
like fun. Um so
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, they have like a lot on here. So I don't know. There's a few different categories.
Mm.
Um, so the first one is random get to know you question generator.
Oh, it's a generator.
So if I click it, it'll just ask a random question.
Okay. Well, that works for me.
So I did. That's fun. There's also like a list of them underneath this, but I don't know. I'm curious what kind of questions this will have.
Yeah.
So, all right, should I click it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Describe the most interesting coworker you have worked with.
Ooh.
um, myself.
Interesting coworker. Man, everyone I've worked with is really interesting. Um,
Yeah. I feel like Charles.
oh yeah, Charles. Yeah, Charles is great to work with. He
Yeah.
he loves cleaning bathrooms, which is an odd thing to love, but
Oh yeah.
he thinks it's fun. Though he does ask for my help a lot. I'm like, no, that's your job, Charles.
Well,
But
it's nice
sometimes I
because
agree
then
to
I
them.
can like I can like sneak onto your computer when
Right.
you're working on that
Yeah.
and watch movies.
Yeah, that's true. Um,
Need to get my own computer at some point.
so I think um Yeah, I think that's all I have for that question. It's just that I've
Yeah,
worked with and work with a lot of people that I am friends with all of them, um, and they're all lovely in their own ways. So that's all I have
yeah.
to
I
say.
mean, that's like the same for me. Although, like, I don't know, I don't have like an actual job, but
Besides
I like
teaching.
to think of just like, yeah, besides teaching. So I don't know. I can't really. I'm trying to find a way to apply it to me in some way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Everyone's very interesting to me.
Sure. Yeah. It's 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 also kind of funny because like in it it's I feel like it's an interesting question, not the best one for this context where like
Yeah,
maybe people don't want to be talked about in depth on a random podcast on the internet. Um but
yeah.
so
All right.
so with
Should I
that,
click it again?
yeah, yeah, let's get another one. This is an
Let's.
interesting question
Okay.
though. So hopefully
Yeah.
the next one will
Okay.
be good.
This one's a really good one.
Okay, let's
Do
hear
you
it.
believe you will accomplish your dreams?
Yes.
Yes.
um, it's funny how I bet like on the if you looked at the list, it would be like question 77. What are your dreams? Question 78. Do you think you'll accomplish your dreams? Um, Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's like honestly, as I get older, the more things that like as a kid I was hoping I would be able to do, I've been able to do. And
Yeah.
it's so like even down to like my animations, it's like making cartoons is something I wanted to do for as long as I can remember, and like now I've done it, um and
Hmm.
I continue to do it, and I just keep getting better at doing it. So yeah, it's like, you know maybe it's because I have like smaller dreams than most people, but
Yeah,
um
that's fair.
it like everything everything is accomplishable, and um is becoming more so as life goes on. So
Yeah. I mean, I would say like the same thing. And like at the same time, I'm like, I know that like dreams can change over time. I know that they have for me like a lot where it's like, I will always want to do different things than
yeah.
what I initially planned. But like I've already released 2 albums and I'm working on a third one. So
Right.
I guess I'm kind of just
Well,
progressing.
and
But
I think maybe the difference between like you and me, and I don't want to say
mhm,
most people, but probably more people, is like a lot
yeah.
of people are like, I want to sell 2 albums, I want to sell cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas for me, and I would assume it's sort of a similar thing with you, I'm like, no, I just want to make it. If people
Yeah.
like it or not, that's up to them. But I
Yeah.
just have fun making it and seeing like the end result, and working with other people that most of the time are more talented than me, and giving them a chance to like kind of shine and all that stuff. Um, but yeah, and
Yeah.
it's a lot easier to um, just be able to do something that's for you than
Yeah,
do
definitely.
something that like is going to make you popular, I guess, or like everyone's gonna jump on board with or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's kind of the thing is like if I like if I make something that becomes like super famous or that like people are like very deeply affected by, that's kind of just like um a side thing to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that'd be cool, but I wouldn't necessarily make that like the entire point. I mean, if only like one person ever listened to my music and it made their life better in some way, then I think that would be like success.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if that person's me, like if I made my music and I listened to it and it made my life better, then I think I've
Yeah.
done something.
Well, and I think like um I always try and put like good messaging in my stories and my animations.
Yeah.
Um and I think like there is part of me that's like I'm just doing it for me, but there's part of me where it's like I see a world where like I actually make something that could be really impactful to people. Um
Yeah.
and like it and it's really something that I have been really impactful to people. Like maybe not as much with my animations, but just like people I've
Yeah.
interacted with. Um,
Hmm.
and it really is something wonderful to be able to have that sort of
Yeah.
impact. So
That's
maybe
that's
someday
kind
my
of the same way that I
animations
think too.
will be there, but it also doesn't really matter because the
Yeah.
purpose I'm making them is because I want to, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. And I don't know, I think even if like I'm making music that no one listens to, then that doesn't mean that I don't have an impact on people outside of that.
right, yeah,
And like I don't know, when I think of like dreams, I guess it normally we're like talking. Why did you just make that look at the audience? Um, yeah, no, but like if you we think of like dreams as being like some like career goal or like
hmm
um doing something that like becoming famous or like obtaining something, but like I don't know, for me it's kind of like yeah, that is that, but it's not like the reason I'm like living, I guess. Like I'm not
hmm
entirely like just constantly trying to reach a goal.
yeah,
I know a lot of people like to think of like, oh, I'm going to like continue just chasing a dream forever.
right.
But I think
Well,
that's something where it's like being satisfied with what you have and still chasing your dreams with
right. Well,
that is kind of the best.
and that's like I made one animation. I was like, okay, how can I make a bigger, better animation? And that's great,
Yeah.
right? Or like
Hmm.
even if you just sort of think about in the realm of like self improvement and like uh,
Yeah.
how can I be better at like just interacting with people and being someone who's good for the group and all that. But it's I think so many people get caught up in like the sort of trick of like, oh, once I get this thing, then like, um, people will actually like me or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
and what ends up happening is it's like it just becomes like a popularity competition where like everyone's just trying to be the biggest and the best. And then people fail to
Hmm.
actually be supportive of each other because they're too busy trying to be the biggest. They're too busy
Mm.
trying to win, um, to actually do the things that maybe are actually the most helpful. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That makes sense.
that was a good question.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot better than the coworker one. Mainly just because that one doesn't really apply to me as much.
Oh yeah.
Um, do you want to hear the next one?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
Okay. So something funny that I want to point out is that on this website, it's called teambuilding.com, and it's like a get to know questions thing. But the button that I press to just generate one,
Hmm.
on it, it has two like star emojis, and it says clickety click. And when I click that, it does it. But I just think it's funny that it says clickety click.
Clickety click. Do you click it or do you
Yeah.
clickety click it? Because if
Well,
you
I
if
only
you
click it once.
you gotta clickety click it for
So
the best questions.
so maybe that's why we didn't get a good one at first.
Maybe.
All
Well,
right, I'm
see,
gonna click it again. Shut.
I will stand by that. I do think the first question was a good one. I just don't think it's
Yeah,
the best for this particular context.
for the podcast. Yeah. No, that makes sense. All right. This is a great question for this context.
Okay.
If you could attend any fictional school, which one would you choose?
Oh.
So I was thinking like the Eccentric Academy.
Yeah. You know, that actually would be. Um, yeah. No, like
Definitely be interesting.
it's hard because for me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like I have this fictional school in my head um that like I have an idea of how it works, and that is the Eccentric Academy. Um but uh yeah, as for one that's made up by someone who is not me, um
Yeah.
I I I want to say Hogwarts because it looks cool, right? Like I
Yeah.
love that
That
aesthetic.
was the first one I thought of
Uh-huh.
besides the school that we work at.
Right. Um but I also I I'm not a big fan of like all the magic-y stuff, you know? Like
Yeah.
I I want to go to something in between Hogwarts and like the X-Men school, you know? Like like
Hmm.
like if there was a school for mad scientists, that's the school I want to go to. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Wait,
Yeah,
so the
like something that's like
so like Xavier's school, Hogwarts, but for mad scientists.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like if the Twilight Zone was a school. I don't know if
That
that
would
makes
be
sense, but
interesting.
but
I'm
like
trying to think because
like
those are like the two I
spooky.
thought of were the two you mentioned.
Right. Yeah,
But I'm trying to think of like other
I think
school fictional schools.
most people would say those two. I can't really think of a third option. Um,
Yeah. Well, the other one I thought of was the school from High School Musical, but I wouldn't actually want to go there. That was just one that I thought of.
oh yeah. Yeah, I guess there's also uh like the high school from X-Men Evolution. Um
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot of high schools
There's a
and
lot of high schools,
things
yeah, but like
that like are
they're
just
just normal high
ordinary.
schools
Yeah,
usually.
exactly. Where it's like
Yeah.
there's nothing
So that's
special
boring.
about them. Um there's like
Hmm.
uh their Netflix has a Umbrella Academy TV show
Oh,
called The Umbrella Academy. I am not
never heard of it.
I'm not very familiar, but actually um it kind of looks like what I was describing in like a mix
Oh,
between Hogwarts and
hmm.
Xavier's School for the Gifted Youngsters. So,
Interesting.
um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So maybe
Still trying to think of a
I
shows.
don't know enough to say that I would choose the Umbrella Academy, but I like I like the aesthetic of it. So
Yeah, that makes sense. What about Monsters University?
you
That was
know,
like
I've
I
I
just
have
thought of that
not
one.
seen that movie.
Really?
I don't think so.
What? Huh.
I've seen, the
Okay.
original Monsters Inc., but I haven't seen the
Yeah.
university one. I
I'm
remember
trying to remember. I
back in the
I
day when
remember
it came out, we
yeah.
had like those leapfrog like Game Boys. Do you remember those?
Oh, yeah, like they looked like Game Boy Colors, but they were by
Yeah.
like Leapfrog.
Yeah.
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 I'm trying to remember what they're called.
It was like a leap. It was a leap
Was it
something. I remember they had
was
the
it Leap
iPad
Stir?
version as well. That was called a Leap Pad. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but I
No, those are
remember
fun.
there was a Monsters University game on those. Um, so
Huh. Yeah. I I've watched both of them, but not for a while, so I don't really remember anything.
oh yeah,
But
yeah, dude,
I don't know.
I would love to be the um gecko chameleon guy.
You mean like the purple guy?
Yeah, yeah, like the bad guy in the first movie.
What is his name?
I do not remember.
I can't
If you
remember.
know
We
the
should watch
name
this.
of the bad guy from Monsters Inc. #1, then leave it in the comments below.
Yeah. We should
Um,
watch those again at some point.
yeah. Hold on 1 second, Eric. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, and recording is back on. So,
All right.
do I look like a
Um
lizard?
Wait, did you just put that on?
Yeah.
Okay, I was when you walked back onto the camera,
Uh-huh.
I wasn't sure if you had or not because I was like, wait, was he wearing that before? And then I like, yeah. Now you look like a purple lizard.
There you go.
Do you want to hear the next question?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go for it.
All right.
Oh, I was gonna
I'm
say though,
curious.
um,
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
while we were paused, I
Hmm.
thought of another school. What about Sky
Oh
High?
yeah. Sky High.
Yeah,
That's
it's. I wouldn't want
that's
to
not a
go
bad one.
because I'm not a high schooler and do not wish to be a high schooler. Um, but
Yeah.
that's also
I mean,
something I thought of as well. Is I'm like most of the fictional schools are high schools, and I don't want to go to high school. So
yeah.
now fictional
No,
college,
that's fair.
I'm on board with that. We're back,
We're back,
boy.
and I'm smart now.
Yeah,
Um.
I'm so glad you're smart now. I wish
All
I was
right.
smart now.
Do you want to do the next question,
Yeah,
or were you thinking
let's
that?
do the next question. That sounds good.
All right. Clickety click. I should do it with my mouse next time, so actually you can hear the click. But anyways, the question is: explain an inside joke you have with a friend or family member. That's not a question. That's
Explain
telling me to
an
do something.
inside joke with a friend. No, with a friend or family member. That's the question.
Or
Friend
a
or
family
family
member.
member. So, which is it? Friend or family member, Eric?
Um, I guess family member. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
um.
go.
All right. All right. But what is an inside joke you have with a friend or family member?
Okay, I thought of one.
Okay.
when I saw that, I was like, I'm not going to be able to think of any, but I can think of one. I'm just, how do I explain it? I'd have to remember all the details because it was a long time ago. Do you have any, Cademan?
I don't know. I was trying to think about it, and I mean, there's like, oh no, oh no, my camera is gone.
Oh, oh wow. Like,
Okay. Um, yeah, I guess my camera will be gone for now.
well, they can just look at me, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Um,
Huh.
I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I'm gonna actually try. No, it's fine. We can just do it like this. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I can't really think of anything
Yeah.
that like I don't know. I can't really think of anything, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I thought of something. I don't know if it would really count as an inside joke,
Hmm.
but when I was doing Inktober, I drew this picture, and I want to see if I can find it actually, because I have my sketchbook right here. Um, and this isn't really an inside joke, but I drew this picture um, of me holding out a basket um, to my friend Allison, who I'm just gonna name drop. Hopefully, she doesn't care. But basically, I sent it to her and was like, "I have a basket," and then she thought it was really funny that she like looked like she was like really suspicious of the basket, and so she was like, "You're you." Oh, that's look. I just bought this basket. Me. Oh, that's a bomb, Eric. Don't. You should like put that away or something like that. But we ended up turning it into a scene between two characters in a book that I was writing at the time, where I just buy a basket, um, and she thinks that it's a bomb or something. But the truth is that
Okay.
she just doesn't like baskets. But it's just a really weird thing. So I guess that's kind of an inside joke. That's the closest thing I could think of.
Okay. Hold on one second. I'm going to see if I can end the call and then get to reconnect with my camera.
Okay. All right. So,
Yeah.
any inside jokes?
Um, I can't think of, not that I can think of. So,
Yeah.
um,
I guess I'll do the next
there's
question.
like, yeah, yeah. Go ahead and do the next question.
All right. This is my mouse, and I will clickety click. Okay, this is a good question. I didn't make as loud as a click as I was hoping. I was hoping that they could like hear it, but I don't know if they could.
Yeah.
But anyways, the question is, what songs are on the soundtrack to your life?
Ooh, that is a good
So
question.
I don't know if that's like, what
Well,
songs do you normally listen to, or like,
I think it's like if they made a movie of your life, what songs
oh,
would it play?
that's a cool question.
That's
I
how
like
I
that
choose to
interpretation better.
interpret it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's
Um,
go with that.
which I feel like there's not too much difference between those two questions for me personally, but
That's kind of what I was thinking as well after you said that.
um, so
Um,
do you have
I had to
anything you
think
want to
about
go
this.
first? Ah, this
Um,
looks really cool, Eric. I'm
what?
making I am making a thumbnail um for a video, and it's just coming out really well. So
Nice.
yeah.
The soundtrack to my life. I feel like if my life was a movie, this is kind of a side thought, but if my life was a movie, like it would like, and it started like with like me being born,
Mm-hmm.
it would have like an epic playing of Happy Birthday on like piano or something, just because I think that'd be really cool.
You know, Happy Birthday is
Um,
in the public domain.
really?
Yeah, so
That's
like,
surprising.
or it may have recently entered the public domain, but, um, but yeah, in like older movies and stuff, you'll notice that they usually don't uh, use the actual Happy Birthday song because they would have to pay to use it, um,
Interesting.
which is interesting. Yeah.
So if it's in the public domain and someone makes a movie about me, they can use it now. um, but no, I was like thinking of like this like epic orchestrated version of Happy Birthday. Just I don't know where that thought came from, but that was the first thing I had. Was like the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. There's a lot of songs that I like, but I don't know if they would really fit to be in like a soundtrack
Yeah,
about my life.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Um, I think I feel like there would be uh like Lonely by NF would be like the credits song. Um,
Oh, okay.
Grand Illusion by Styx, great song. Look it up if you don't know what it is. Um,
I might have heard it before. I'd have
I
to.
think I think I
I
showed
haven't
it to
listened to
you
Sticks
at
that
one
much.
point. Um,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah,
I think when we
I
were
know you were
working,
playing a Sticks album one time when I was at your house.
yeah. Um, so yeah, Grand Illusion by Styx would be, I feel like would be in there. Renegade by Styx, I think would also be in there.
Yes,
Um,
that's a great song.
probably, hmm, maybe like Ride by 21 Pilots would be fitting.
Yeah,
Um,
I can see that.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, those
I
are
feel
what
like
come to mind initially.
yeah. I feel like in a way it kind of makes it a harder question to think about like the soundtrack to like a movie or like my life.
Yeah.
It makes it harder to think about. But I feel like if it was like this year, like just the music I've listened to, like
Mm.
just all of the album Nurture by Porter Robinson, probably. That's a great album and you should listen to it.
What is it?
Um it's called Nurture by Porter Robinson. It's
Okay.
like an electronic album, but it I really like a lot of the music on it. I
Okay.
listened to it earlier today on the way to church. Um, but most specifically, probably like the song "Look at the Sky,"
Hmm.
because I feel like that song was kind of like I listened to it for the first time like earlier this year, and it's such a like hopeful song that like it makes me excited. I'm trying
Does
to like
it
figure
go
out how to
like,
describe it, but
open your eyes, look up to the skies and see?
no, that's not that one.
I'm just a poor
It's
boy, nobody loves
um
me, 'cause I'm easy come, easy go.
like it has one lyric that like I think about a lot where it's basically like the chorus is like, "Look at the sky, I'm still here," and then it's "I'll be alive next year." And I think about that a lot because it's like
Because you won't be.
sometimes I'm like, yeah, because like the song's wrong. No, because like I sometimes feel like I get like consumed by like just kind of negative thoughts very often, like not very often, like fairly often, where it's like I'm like, this is like the worst day ever, and
Mm,
it's never gonna get better. But it's like,
yeah,
well, I'll be alive next year still, so maybe if this year wasn't good, I still have the next one.
yeah.
But there's also a lot of other great lyrics in that song. Also, like "Musician" by that's in the same album by Porter Robinson.
Mm,
That one is a bop. You should listen to it. It's very fun sounding.
it's a bop.
But it's like about yes, it's a bop. Um, but it is about like how um, like becoming a musician is kind of like the there's like hardships in that where it's like you know people might say like it's not a real job or like that it's kind of like a self-doubt song where like there's a little bit of self-doubt in it, but overall like it kind of just goes into like but it's I can't stop doing this because I love doing it kind of.
Mm,
I feel like I'm not doing the song justice, but you
kind
should
of
listen to
like
it. And
a imposter syndrome thing.
yeah, a little bit. But yeah, the album is a very like hopeful album. And I think that's probably part of the reason why I like it so much. It's just because like um there's so much like kind of focus on like I guess like darkness in music, if that
Mm,
makes sense, where it's kind of like a lot of modern music is kind of more like sad or like I don't know, negative.
sure, I can see that.
But the kind of story of the album is that Porter was basically like in um like the album came out like the year after COVID-19 was a huge thing. And so he was kind of going through a hard time with like writing songs and had like extreme writer's block. And eventually like coming out of that, he made this album, but it's affected a lot of people. And it's really crazy how many like people have been like positively affected by just like listening to it. And it
Hmm,
always like, is really interesting to me.
interesting.
But I think the best part about it is that it kind of has more meaningful lyrics for being like an electronic dance kind of album. Like, because like normally when you think of like electronic dance music, it's usually more like, like maybe like one lyric sometimes where it's like it'll just repeat that one line randomly and then otherwise just like music. But it has really good like lyrics as well as really good instrumentals that are fun to listen to. So I really like it.
Yeah,
But
that's cool.
yeah, I don't know. You should
Um,
check it out.
Speaking of hopeful, though, I think
Hmm.
also "Hope" by NF would be a song
Oh yeah,
that could
yeah.
be
That's
um, on the
yeah. I feel like
soundtrack of my life.
NF kind of is like writing the soundtrack of his life.
Yeah,
Like
for sure, for sure. No, you're right. Um,
oh, but he's releasing a new EP.
I
They
know.
just like announced that recently.
Yeah, like 2 days ago, I think.
I'm ex Yeah, I'm excited for that. That's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be really cool. I'm
Me
very
too.
curious because it looks like it's gonna be more like after Hope, it looks like it's gonna be more darker. So I'm really
Mm,
curious how they're gonna do that because it kind of is like the album's called or the EP, I guess it's
mm-hmm.
technically is called Fear.
Fear.
So
Yeah.
it's like also I don't want to nerd out too much about it, but the artwork is of the mansion burning.
Yeah. See,
So
that
I'm really curious,
confused
like,
me because like everyone's saying that, but I'm like, that's
yeah,
not the mansion on the cover of the album Mansion. Like, it is very distinctly a
it
different
isn't.
building. So I'm like, uh, like, so
Yeah,
I'm sure that's what it is, But in my head,
I
I'm
think,
like, that's not
huh.
what his mansion looks like. That's something
So
else. But
so maybe it's someone else's mind.
oh, wow, that he's burning to the
This
ground.
this
No,
well,
it's
I don't
gotta
know if
be
he's
his
burning it.
mansion
Yeah.
because there's that line in
That
Mansion where he's like, I should take a match and burn the whole place to the ground, right? So I think
yeah.
that's why.
Yeah. It's
Um,
also interesting to me because like the first thing I thought of when um Jemima, my younger sister, told me, you know who Jemima is, but just because the audience might not know, our younger sister Jemima, who really likes NF, was telling me like that the album was when she told me that the album was called Fear.
mhm.
I was like, wait, but isn't Fear dead? Because he buries his fear, and then I realized that he probably didn't actually kill Fear
Well,
completely in that.
even in that song, there's the line where it's like, "You'll probably be back in a week," saying you want your room back. You know, so it's
Yeah,
like, um, it's like he's trying to kill fear. Um,
yeah,
is sort of sort of the through line is like his battle with fear seems to be something like
yeah.
what the
No,
story
it's
is.
definitely really interesting. But yeah, the main thing I'm curious about is just like it being visually darker.
Hmm.
Because like after Hope, it kind of like feels maybe like it could be like going back in a way, and it's like a weird kind of thing. So I'm really curious how that's gonna work. But
Yeah, I think um yeah, no, it will be interesting. And it's also I think it will be interesting to see how long it takes us to get um an album after this. Cuz like
yeah,
um like he did Clouds and then I think 2 years later he did Hope, I want to say.
yeah, that sounds about right.
So I'm like, is this the Clouds where it's like this is something that he's releasing in the meantime while he's looking for like the bigger
Yeah,
while he's working on the bigger more like connected to his storyline type thing in the background. I don't know.
yeah.
It will be interesting to see.
I'm excited
But
to listen to it though,
yeah,
nonetheless.
yeah. I'm excited for
It's
the music videos
coming out really soon, so
because
yeah,
I love
he
NF
always
music
has the best
videos.
music videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, what were we talking about before we started talking about NF?
The soundtrack of our lives.
Oh,
Um,
right.
I think
Yeah, I
I
don't really have
mentioned,
anything else to say.
yeah, I think
I
we
don't
can
think.
move on to another question if you want.
All right, let's go. Clickety click. I need to reconnect my mouse. Clickety click. What career advice would you give to your younger self? Do you want to do that one?
Um, yeah, buy less stuff. Like,
Buy less stuff.
yeah, when I was working but still living with mom and dad, I think if I could go
Hmm.
back, I would say just save all of your money. Like, because
Hmm.
expenses come really fast and um like save money while you don't have to spend it. So then when you do have to spend it, you have extra. Um,
That makes sense.
and that's that's the big thing, I think. Um, also just like uh realize that like everyone has insecurity. Um,
Hmm.
like, even like the grown-ups are still trying to figure out life, right? And
Yeah.
um, people don't usually say that, but no one knows what they're doing. So just, to keep that in mind. Those are the two things that
Yeah, that
really
makes sense.
stand out to me. That
Yeah.
I would.
I don't really have a career, so I don't think this question really applies to me.
Oh, was it career advice?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, the first
That's why I
part.
asked if you wanted to do it.
The first part, I guess, is kind of career advice, but mostly that's just life advice. Um,
Oh, okay. So you didn't even know that I said career.
yeah, well, maybe I heard it, but it didn't register to me.
Yeah. No,
What
I
about
thought
just
that the
general advice
that
though
fit.
for you?
Just general advice. Hmm. I have to think of it. I think probably something I would tell my younger self is to like go out and do more things
Hmm,
because I don't know. I don't know how much opportunity I really had when I was younger to do stuff like, but especially now I do not have much opportunity to go do stuff.
yeah. Well,
And
also,
like for a while, uh-huh.
I was just thinking, like, you're so young right now that
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know.
I'm so young.
At least from my perspective, like being older than
Uh-huh.
you, I'm like, well, right now is, you know, like in 5 years, looking back at right now is when you're really gonna have the advice for younger you, you know?
Yeah. That's
Because
kind of what I was thinking too, is like
I'm
I'm
like
probably gonna yeah.
looking back at myself when I was the age you are now and being like, what would I
Yeah.
tell myself? So
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking more like before we moved, kind of mainly just because I feel like I didn't. I guess the thing is like focusing more on people than I did because I feel like I kind of like disassociated like way too much when I was younger, and I really regret that out of everything.
well, there we go. But
Um, but yeah, I'm trying to think of like what else I would. I don't know. I feel like in some ways it's like made me who I am now, but at the same time I'm like, how? Because like that's a common thing that people will say when you're just like, I don't know, like what, like if you say like you regret something, people are just like, well, maybe it was worth it in the end, I guess. And it's
yeah,
like, okay,
well,
but like,
I
how
think
so?
I think also like there's only so much learning you can do by hearing people say stuff, you know. There's only so
Yeah.
much cuz like there's uh I I feel like there's like two parts of your mind and we kind of know this that
Hmm.
like there's like the conscious and there's the like the subconscious and
Yeah.
um like but so like there's like the part of your mind that deals with like um words, right? There's the part of
Hmm.
you that like actively thinks in words, and then there's the part of you that like is more instinctual than anything else. um and what I'm getting at
Yeah.
is like there's a lot of things that you can know like by the words, right? Like the things I said I would tell myself. Um,
Hmm.
like if I actually did go back and tell myself those things, I would have been like, well, yeah, I know that. But because it takes that sort of experience to actually learn something uh, like instinctually as opposed to just learning the
Hmm.
words, you know? Um, so
Yeah.
I think there's something to that where it's like, you know, you can learn
Hmm.
information, but that will only do so much for you without experiencing the thing, you know?
Yeah. So basically, like learning from experience
Right.
is like somewhat like can
Yeah.
be superior, I guess, to just learning from other people's
Yeah.
experiences or
Well, yeah,
by people telling you stuff.
and there's like a lot of um there's a lot of like experiential learning that like also at least I have had to unlearn where it's like
Mm.
and like I highly recommend if like uh anyone listening to this is like someone who deals with a lot of anxiety or anything like that, it's like actually examine where that's coming from, because there's a lot of
Yeah.
things where it's like this thing makes me upset or makes me uncomfortable or whatever, and it's like, but why, where's that coming from? And
Hmm.
it's like, oh, that's because I
Yeah.
had this experience way back here. So now, whenever I see um, something that happened before that experience, I think, oh, that's leading to that bad experience I had back when I was
Mm.
younger. Um,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and that's like something where it's like, sort of like what I'm talking about with like knowing the words. It's like I know that uh just because you have a four doesn't mean you're gonna get six, right? It could mean that for sure because you need four to get six, and
Hmm.
six has come from four in the past, but that's not like a set in stone equation. But yet, some part
Yeah.
of my brain still thinks that it is an absolute. So, um,
Mm. Interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
That
So,
makes sense.
um,
Yeah.
so that's sort of like just thinking um, like there's only so much you really can know, as you're going through life, and really you just have to experience, you know,
Hmm.
doing stuff wrong sometimes. And like people are
Yeah.
generally
Definitely.
forgiving of when you fail. So, you don't really have
Yeah.
to worry about messing up as much as you probably think you do. So that's what
Yeah.
I've learned. Um,
I can definitely
you want to move to another
see that.
question, or do you have anything else on that one?
Sure. I can't really think of anything to say.
And then maybe I think after this
Hmm.
next one, we can probably end, because I don't know how
Okay.
long it will be when we piece it all together. Um, so yeah, we'll end the podcast. Um, and then if we want to talk about the secret stuff like we did last time after, if
Okay.
you have time.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I
And
should have time. So
so
clickety click. Oh,
clickety click.
I'm messing on.
Let's
Okay.
clickety click.
Last question.
Next question.
What is your favorite website?
Oh, um, YouTube.com.
Yeah, the one we're on right now.
Yeah. Um, but I mean, like, it's probably gotta be that because, like, it is the website
So
I easily spend the most time on. Um,
that's I'm curious now because like
yeah.
I'm gonna just see what website I spend the most time on
Hmm.
because I'm very curious because I don't usually think about it. It's kind of just a subconscious thing.
Yeah.
Um, but I have this app that will
Yeah. But even, like,
tell me.
the, um, what YouTube
Hmm.
has to offer. Now, we could get into like, oh, I disagree with like policy wise and all that sort of stuff, but like, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, we all do. Um, but like just the basic of like what it has to offer, where it's like, um, is something I really appreciate because it's like It offers creativity. It offers, like, independent creators to be able to actually get
Hmm.
their stuff out there. Like, just passing of information. Um, and like, the it's like, for as much like bad stuff as there is on YouTube, there's also like a lot of really interesting educational stuff. Um, and I remember hearing a clip of Jordan Peterson where he was talking about YouTube, and he said like it
Hmm.
sort of opened up the floodgates, and we realized that like average people are a lot smarter than we previously knew. I sort of like that, that sort of thought where it's like, a lot of
Yeah.
people are really smart and like have a lot to give, but prior to YouTube, there was no real way that they could put that out there, and YouTube gave it to them. So, for all of the things that I could say I don't like about YouTube's policy, and, like the bucket loads of garbage stuff on YouTube. I do think it would have to be my favorite website.
Yeah. I think I would say the same thing, honestly. Like the one that I most use according to my computer is
Mm,
Gmail, but that's only just because I open it in the morning as soon as I wake up, pretty much, and then I just have it open
yeah.
just in case I get an email. So that doesn't really count. But I think out of everything, I have used YouTube the most, just because, like, I mean, I use it. If you count like YouTube Music, I use it to listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but just YouTube in general. Like if I want to like figure out how to like fix something or
Mm-hmm.
like do anything normally, I'll go to YouTube for that. But also just if I want entertainment, if I
Right.
want to um, see my brother Cademan doing reviews on the Eccentric Academy, then
Reviews
usually I'll go to YouTube.
of science fiction shows like Star Trek and Doctor Who.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't. I'm trying to think of like because I've definitely used YouTube a lot more in the past than I have recently.
Mm.
I'm trying to think of like what kind of things I've watched recently, and it's mostly just been like your videos when I'm adding the description to them.
Mm.
um, because I don't know, I've watched a lot of like writing content, especially, and philosophy content. I think,
Yeah.
which are sometimes like in the same vein.
Right. Yeah. It's
And
mostly
music stuff occasionally, not as much though.
For me. It's mostly philosophy stuff. Like the big guys I'm listening to, or I've been listening to recently, is like, yeah, I'm gonna shout out these guys. But like the Geeky
Okay.
Stoics is a big one that I
They
really
are
like.
awesome.
Yeah, and then there's a channel called The Art of Storytelling. Do you know The Art of Storytelling, Eric?
Maybe. That
His
sounds familiar. I might
his
have heard of it before.
yeah, his I'm not sure the guy's name who does the channel, but he does
Okay.
like really in depth, like sort of um like he like dives into like sort of the symbolism of like, Star Wars and that sort of
Oh yeah.
thing.
I think I
Um
have I think I have seen this guy before.
yeah. A lot of Star
I'm just
Trek
looking
Next
at it right now.
Generation stuff, which I love. Um
Yeah.
yeah, so he's one I've really been loving. Um and then Unsolicited Advice is another
Mm, yeah.
channel that I really like, which is a lot more, like, I guess I would say academic philosophy stuff. Um,
Oh,
where
okay.
it's like, because like, yeah, like his stuff is a lot more like in this book that they have you read it in college. It's like about this philosophy, right? Like his stuff is a lot less pop culture focused and a lot more just like
Got it.
uh yeah, I guess academic philosophy is like the best way to describe it. Um
Okay.
but
Yeah.
but yeah,
I
so
think,
those are the three I've been watching a lot more
yeah,
recently.
for me, I think like some that I've been watching, not necessarily like kind of off and on.
Mhm.
Um, Shameless Nerd is a great channel.
Okay.
It's a guy who he talks about a lot of different stuff. It's not like it's a very disorganized channel, but it feels very like real because it's just like he does what he wants to do basically.
Hmm.
But he does a lot of stuff where he'll talk about like just different things that he likes or random like science related stuff or like sometimes he talks about like the internet and like AI occasionally, but he does a lot of like video essay type stuff. And
Hmm.
um I think it's really interesting. I think most of what I've watched by him are where he'll um talk about like different philosophy stuff mainly. So,
Yeah.
but it kind of he a lot of his older videos especially are like about uh like just I'm trying to think of examples because it's really hard to explain. He has a video on nuance that
Okay.
he did a while ago, and it was the first video I watched by him. But it's really good because basically he's explaining the kind of problem with how we oversimplify things to
Mm-hmm.
like be kind of more black and white than in reality. Like we should focus more on that. So there's like a lot of stuff that's kind of like that. But he kind of does a lot of different stuff. So it'd be worth checking him out to get a better explanation of what he does.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
I have to look into him.
but yeah, uh, his videos are kind of hit and miss for me
Hmm.
um, because he does a bunch of so many different things. Like
Mm-hmm.
he has some Pokemon videos that I'm not really interested in. But yeah, I don't know. I bet some people are into that kind of thing, but I'm not. Other than that, uh, I've watched some recently. I've found a guy that I don't know what his name is, but his channel is called Reformed Mythologist.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Yeah, yeah,
He
and
did
I think they're really cool.
yeah, I don't like I'm subscribed to his channel. I don't know what his usual content is. But he
Yeah,
did a series on like franchise. Um and
yeah, I
I
think that
saw a
was
couple of
the ones that I've
those
mainly seen.
and really liked them. But he did like and I've noticed he does a lot of like C.S. Lewis stuff.
Yeah,
Um which
yeah.
you know, C.S. Lewis is
C.S.
my
Lewis
boy.
is awesome.
I love him. Absolute
Yeah,
goat, C.S. Lewis. Um so yeah, yeah, that one I am familiar with.
yeah. I really like a lot of his videos. I think um he has like a podcast that I've watched a little bit of. Um I'm trying to remember what it's called, but basically he'll just talk about like random stuff in the news from like a Christian perspective.
Mm.
Um I know that he recently talked about Toy Story in one of his videos where he was like talking about how like Toy Story was like deeply um like a Christian kind of had Christian themes for a while and then they didn't.
Yeah,
And that's really interesting to me because I always like when like they talk about like how the theming of stories change and that kind of thing is really interesting. But
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. It is
Other than that I
interesting.
can't really like
It's interesting
uh-huh.
that we seem like we watch the same kind of YouTube videos.
Yeah, I mean, we're related, so I guess it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's true.
Usually I'll just put them in the background while I'm playing Minecraft or
Mm,
something, or like cleaning or whatever.
yeah. You know,
But yeah.
a great um podcast slash YouTuber for that
hmm
is Pints with Aquinas. Um, it's like a super Catholic podcast. Um,
Oh, okay.
but he's really into like apologetics and stuff like that. So it's basically
Hmm.
um an interview podcast like Joe Rogan or
Oh, okay.
Sean Ryan is
Gotcha.
another one. I'm not sure if you know
Yeah,
any of those.
I'm not
Um,
familiar with very many
yeah, but because
podcasts.
there's like a lot of those sort of like political like interview podcasts, and like this is
Yeah.
that, but for religion. Um,
Oh, okay. That's
and
cool.
yeah, and like even like his other content that's like sort of just him talking about stuff is really good, because like he's very like cogent and like interesting in the way he like talks about stuff. um so
Okay.
he's yeah, I've been following him for a long time. I would say
Hmm.
um like he is um yeah, he's definitely, I'm a big fan of his. So
Okay. I'll
that
have to check
is
him out.
that is like if you
Yeah.
want really long podcasts to like put on in the background while you're doing something, he's the
Okay.
one I always go to.
Got it. Yeah. I think like other than that, I haven't watched much of Brandon Sand in a while, but
Hmm.
when he was doing his lecture series, I watched quite a few of those, and he does really good lectures. And then I also watched their podcast intentionally blank. There we
Is it
go.
intentional or is it unintentional? Yeah, yeah. No, I
Yeah,
really
and
like
that's
their podcast. Um,
yeah.
so every once in a
It's nice because
while,
it's a shorter podcast,
yeah,
so I
every
can like put it on when I don't have as much time.
right, every once in a while, I'll go through and just like binge a bunch of them. Um,
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've done as well.
and yeah, no, I really, they're both very fun to listen to. Stan Wells and Brandon
Yeah,
Sanderson. Um, so yeah, yeah, I like them.
yeah. Other than that, I can't really think of very many channels that I watch like consistently.
Yeah.
Usually, like other than that, I'm like looking for like very specific like things, like
Mm,
how do I fix this problem with my computer?
yeah.
The funny thing about that is like the other day, I don't remember what I was doing, but I had to like fix some error that was happening with my computer. And so I looked up how to do that. And since then my YouTube like homepage has been filled with like tutorials on how to fix very specific things on computers and stuff. And I'm like, no, I only needed like this one thing. Like I'm not gonna just want to watch these videos for entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah.
YouTube does not understand that.
Yep. Um, that is
I
pretty
find it kind of
funny
funny
though,
though.
where it's like you're just like, you're like, man, I'm bored. I think I'll watch a video on like how to replace the graphics card on your computer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's information that could come in handy.
Yeah,
I
but
you know,
like, and YouTube's algorithm just thinks I like watching videos like that because I watched
but
one video like that.
but I wouldn't be surprised if there's people like that though. Where it's like, like cuz like there's people
Yeah,
who just love taking apart computers and putting them together. Or like cars,
so they
it's
would
the
just like
same
just learn
thing.
how to do things
And
on YouTube for the sake of it.
yeah, and if you look at those
I can see that.
channels, like they usually have a lot of subscribers. So like You know, there
Yeah.
has to be a reason you would
Yeah.
subscribe to a channel that does stuff like that. So
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But it's just kind of funny to me because like
well, it's
there's like
also
no reason why I would want to just
right.
constantly like
It's funny
watch
to
content about
me
fixing specific things.
because I'm very
Hmm.
much not that person, right? Like
Yeah, same.
I have very little interest in uh technology beyond just like can I get it to do what I want it to, you know? Like
Yeah,
I don't have an interest in learning the ins and outs. So, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Usually that's kind of what it is for me too. Like I enjoy learning about it if I'm trying to figure out how to do something specific. But like other than that, I'm not gonna just binge videos about fixing very specific problems that I don't have.
Right. Right.
But yeah, anyways.
All right. So, yeah, I think that will be the end unless you have anything else you want to say really quick.
Nope,
Um,
not really.
so yeah, thank you so much for watching, listening, uh, whatever you're doing. Thank you for doing it with us. Um, and we'll see you hopefully next week. You know, unless
Yep.
for some reason we can't put one out next week. But
Yeah. Or you don't listen to it, which you
right,
should.
yeah. Well, you
If
know,
you don't, I'll come to your house. Oh wait. I probably shouldn't threaten the audience.
just like at the beginning of it. Well, very good, Eric. You start the
No,
podcast
I
with a
was
threat, and you can end it with a threat.
I was threatening the breeze before though.
Right. Yeah. Well, maybe it's just the breeze that's listening to us. And hey,
Just the breeze.
if you are the breeze, I think that's a way of saying no one is going to
We're
listen to it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Don't worry, we're I guess we're probably gonna keep shooting you, so
Yeah.
sorry.
Sorry. It
I don't know,
happens.
should
It happens, you
we...
know. Um,
One day we'll make a podcast episode where we're not just shooting the breeze.
yeah, to one day, but that who knows when
So
that will be.
until then, breeze, you can suffer.
Right. Yeah, so anyway, with that, if you enjoyed listening to us talk, you can click the like button, or if you want to be really funny, just click the dislike button, because like that's pretty
Yeah, because
funny.
no one
Um,
can see it except
no
for
one can
us.
know.
You
Yeah,
can make us
it'll
sad.
be our little secret. Um, but
Unless there's like an
well, see,
extension that adds dislikes back, I think.
oh yeah, I've heard that like it's kind of um it might not work as well as people think it does. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I've
don't know.
just
I've
heard
just heard
something about
it.
that. But
I never used it before, but yeah.
um
Anyways,
yeah, I was gonna say though, I said that so that when this gets a bunch of dislikes, we can be like, oh, it's just because I told them to dislike it, even if they did like it, you know?
oh, because
So,
it's so it can be secretly bad. That's a
right.
genius
No, so
idea.
we can assume that we're doing good and people are enjoying what we're making.
Even if they
Um,
dislike it.
right. But if you really want us
Oh,
to
okay,
know you're
got it.
disliking it because you like it, you can write a comment and say hashtag disliked because I like. Which I sincerely hope there will be at least someone. If this video gets 5 views and no one uses that hashtag in the comments, I'll be
That
sad.
would be so sad, yeah.
Um,
We should just
but
make this a thing. Like, just dislike videos even though you like them and put that hashtag in the comments.
only our
Like, any
videos.
video, not just ours.
Any
Only our
no, only
videos?
our videos. Don't do it. Don't go over to like geeky stoics and dislike their videos because their videos deserve likes. Um,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Put
So
likes on all the other.
yeah,
We're just gonna, like,
like
get, like,
all videos
dislikes
besides
on
our
all our
videos,
videos.
which you can dislike our videos. Yeah, but with that being said, we're gonna close here. But do comment if like you're enjoying the podcast, or like if you
Yeah.
have ideas for like things we could maybe like talk about in the podcast later on. I don't know,
Yeah.
it's very
Could be more like
in
specific
its
things.
infancy, but like you know, it's really just sort of a way to like sit back and catch up on like all of the things. So thank
Yeah.
you so much for watching, and bye. Oh, you can't see very well.
Bye.
Bye.
I want to do that, but I can't.